What's up, y'all? I'm Mars Frequency,
I'm Mariah the Soul
and you're watching
from
To
Soul.
Mars. All right, y'all. So today we're going to be getting into so much. There's just so much that has happened, even within the last 48 hours.
I feel like even when we like brainstorm shit, like we thought we had it, and then it was just like way more shit happened. Like I don't know.
So
It's
much
just
has gone down. I think we should just not even tap in with each other. I feel like
yeah.
just immediately get to what's happening on this prison planet.
Yes. What isn't happening actually? But
So let's do the bites, like the little light
yeah.
ones.
What's been on your timeline?
What the fuck is going on with Icespice and Cleotrapa?
Girl, I was so invested while at work, like listening to that 6-part story. That was like my recency up. But
Tell me your thoughts, and then I'm gonna tell me your thoughts as an artist. Like, I
okay.
need to know, like, cause like for acting it's a little bit different. I feel like when it comes to like you guys being on tour as artists, or even as like an artist coming on somebody else's tour.
I definitely feel like the business part wasn't discussed well. I'm not gonna lie, because there are some people that would take like an opportunity like that. Like me as an artist, if someone invited me on their tour, I'm just thankful to be there. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that like should have my team together, and I would want to because I would want to kind of like show them that like I have my shit together. Like you don't want to feel like you're a nuisance or just like in the way because you're already grateful to be there. Like that part I get. But I do think Ice definitely made it seem. But that's like if you decided you wanted to start doing music, you know what I'm saying, Mars, and I was going on a tour and I was like, yeah, Mars, I got you. Like, you're going to take it as my girl got me. Like, that's
Yes,
rightfully
yes.
so.
I'm gonna take it like that as your friend. However, I just feel like I have mixed emotions about this because I get both sides of it. Like for me personally, I feel like um they both communicated with each other terribly. Cleotrapa waited for everything to build up to then blow it all out in text message when she decided to leave.
But was that? I think that was smart
I
because
feel
she
like
got the
she
little
should have.
exposure. She's like, I don't know. I feel like it's working in her favor. Whatever way she did it is kind of messy, but it's working for her because there are a lot of people now that are like, no, wait, this girl's, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just
But
think like if we're friends, I'm not the type of person that can let things fester. I need to tell you how I feel
yeah,
because then I'm gonna start docking every little thing.
which she did. Yeah,
And I just think like, but I don't know, but I also get her because she said she tried to bring up this stuff with the bag in Philly to her, and Ice didn't have like a good reaction to that. So I can see why she would then decide like, all right, I'm just going to let everything slide and just like do what I have to do. I just feel like Trapper's management, this is what Ice should have said from jump. This is where she fucked up. Hey, do you want to come on this tour with me? Like, you can definitely be on this tour. You can do your own thing. Like, I want you to perform. Trapper says, yeah. The next thing that should have been taken care of was, all right, my manager is going to call your
exactly.
manager.
It was
So,
definitely two like young girls like making a decision, and then that's what I just feel like she was kind of just like, yeah, just come with me. But I do think that she had bad intentions. I do think that and I think that Cleo's played really dumb to certain things that are very obvious that she's, you know what I'm saying,
I
on
agree.
purpose.
But you know
So
what? With some friends, it's like she wouldn't do that to me though. You know, people think like, oh, she might have did that to this bitch, but she wouldn't do
I
that
think
to. And I
that's
think
young shit though too.
that's
Because
young
I think
shit.
yeah, that's young
That's
shit.
young shit. If you see somebody do something to somebody messed up that you consider messed up, for you to think that that wouldn't happen to you. And let me not lie, I've been on dummy time like this before too, to think that your friends won't cross you because you're friends or you've looked out for them or even you shared your style with them. She ate on that one line. I'm not gonna hold you.
She said, "Give it back." So you were wearing what she said, bodysuits and Jordans.
It was bodysuits and Jordans. Which is a fact,
And
though.
she sure was.
The thing is that we can calculate the timeline. Like, we can all.
Everyone had a fit come to their head, whether it was a different fit or not. Everyone was like, "Oh shit!"
I know exactly. Like, when curly hair, black bodysuit, gray and black Jordan 3s. That's the first time I remember seeing her, like, performing something. So I definitely feel that. And if you look at the optics, that is Cleotrapa style. But I'ma just leave it here. That's not nobody's style. That's my style when I grew up.
Yeah.
That's because you can't be like Y2K.
And you know what bothers me about it so much too is just like, it sucks because they're two young girls to New York, and New York is a very diverse place. But because they're saying the whole thing with her being like the token, like, dark skinned friend that she, like, that's a whole thing that's going on too. And they're saying, oh, like, Spanish girls always have like a black friend, and it's like, but growing up in New York, that happens. And I hate that these two girls from New York had to get into this, and now it seems like a thing. And it's just like, yes, some people might be that way, but genuinely, we all chill together and like, yeah. So that's discourse kind of bothers me. I'm just like, damn, it really had to be that kind of situation, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. But it's definitely not like, I don't know, that's not really a thing in New York. I don't think, I feel like.
I think well, let's not be like, there is colorism, there is those things.
No, I'm saying like having that idea of paying so much attention to like, I'm the light skinned friend, that's the dark skinned friend, like that's not really like even, I don't know.
That's not a thing. Yeah. It's just not a thing. It's just not a thing. Okay, moving on. Okay, so the conclusion of this, I just feel like everything was communicated wrong, and then I feel like they both had animosity and nobody was saying anything to each other. And don't act like we didn't hear that Riot is Icespice's nigga, because I always thought that.
Many people have said that, though.
I've always thought that. And my question is, why does Riot get a whole nother tour bus just for him?
But he's riding with her.
Anyway, y'all figure it out, seeing them together. And okay, I feel bad for Icespice's black daddy, who says that he is black and nobody believes.
But did you see he confirmed that it was an ancestry DNA? That's how she found out she was Nigerian.
Oh, so, okay.
So that's why a lot of people are like, he is black, like, he's black, but they did like an ancestry. So, you know, Nigerians, they go hard. You know what I'm saying? So when it's kind of like you just discovered you a Nigerian, it's not the same as someone that like grew up in a Nigerian household. So, and the fact that she repped it and put the flag and was like, oh, I'm Nigerian, like.
Because I saw a picture of her dad, I was like, he looked black to me. He looked like one of my uncles, too.
So, did you see the Cam Newton?
Girl,
sit down therapy session.
I saw pieces and clips. I couldn't get past his leggings.
And the cut in his hat.
And the cut in the fedora. Nuts. But tell me about it. Tell me the information, because it's like, I saw like one thing and I was just like, all right, this is so low frequency.
Yeah, so basically I think she believes she's a couples therapist, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And she basically was baby talking to him the fact that he has this idea that I don't want to get married, but I'm ready. I want to have as many kids as I can have. Like, I want to have a bunch of kids, and there's more possibly different women he'd want to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. So he feels like he's high vibrational because he knows that, like, he's aware of that. And she explained, and that he's saying that he's being picky. So she kind of tells him, like, you're not being picky. She said, you're being very active and like selecting these women to get pregnant and basically like building broken homes. Like, she breaks all that down to him. And they kind of go back and forth. I'll send you the link to that, because it kind of, yeah. And what bothered me is that I saw, so he basically lets me know that he hasn't found his wife. Like, he's scared to get divorced, so he doesn't want to just marry anyone, and he hasn't found his wife, but he just had a child with this comedian.
Yeah, the funny chick.
Yes. Mind you, she did an interview a few months back where she starts she's talking about how she's submissive to her man, and she goes, I cater to him. She's like, I rub him until he sleeps. I know when he's stressed. I study everything about
my
this
God,
man.
I think I heard that. Yeah, and she loves to serve. Like,
yeah,
that's
basically. So it's kind of like a big contrast of like what he's saying, like basically saying he hasn't found his wife yet, and kind of saying like he wants to have multiple kids with multiple women and like all this stuff. Meanwhile, this woman is sitting here in interviews basically saying that he's the love of her life, and she's like wants to serve him. So I don't know. It was just interesting to me, like to see. I feel like there's a thin line between being like submissive and being like stupid in a way.
Yeah, just being dumb.
How do you feel about that?
Okay, so the part that you're talking about, like with her saying that, the one thing that I noticed in the one clip that I really looked at was that she had to like when she called his actions low vibrational, he immediately got defensive, and then she had to kind of talk him off like a leg.
Like, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just
like, I'm not trying to offend you. You're so great. You're this. So she had to give him so many words of affirmation for him to even hear, not listen, because he was not listening. He came to the conversation to win, and it wasn't even about that. It felt like he wanted to like prove her wrong,
or yeah, he wanted to really seem like he was firm in what he was saying and what he believed, and that it made sense. And she kind of showed how what he said didn't make sense.
He can make yes. So my thing is you can make anybody can make sense of anything.
Yeah,
you can make sense of anything in your world because this is your world and this is how you want to live it and this is how you project it. So yes, you can make sense of what's going on in your life and how your situation is different than the broken home, this dad that's in and out of the house. But at the end of the day, any kids that are growing up in a less than ideal situation is not to say that they're not financially. This is what made me feel like he's like, men really see their value only in their being able to financially provide,
and they lack emotional intelligence. They lack like understanding what it is to really grow with somebody and like build with somebody,
right? Because my thing is like, she's not saying that you're not affording these kids a great life. What she's saying is there are so many benefits to having your mother and your father in a loving household be an example to you. And by you constantly dipping and dabbing here, there, everywhere, even though these kids are afforded a good life, emotionally, they will suffer.
yeah.
Any kid, because you have to make sure that you are giving your kids I guess like the right amount of attention.
And that's basically what she said. She said there are, because people get kind of scared when they hear like the term broken homes. So if you notice when she said that, she kind of had to say, because you're not able to be there all the time for all of them at the same time. Like she kind of had to explain that to him, and it was just like, people don't like to just like kind of call it what it is. And I just think it's very strange, this like kind of like creeping in era of men who like intentionally want to go and do this. Like that's different than like, starting a home with somebody and it doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? And
this is
to
like
say that you want to get multiple women pregnant, that's like.
And as like a kid that grew up with a dad that was wealthy and dipped and dabbed everywhere, blamed it on religion and whatever else. But as a kid that grew up like that, I have brothers and sisters all over that I barely even know. And yes, that is just because like we were all afforded, a good life, he would make his rounds and come see us and all of these things. And I would even say like, I'm the only child from my mom. My dad has so many kids. You have to also consider the women against the women. Like the women have like his other women treated my mom like shit, to the point where I was even born under stress because of that. Like you have to also factor that in. Like the moms are probably telling the kids this and that and the third about the other moms, yes, they do all live great. You have this great relationship, but at the end of the day, these women want to probably be with you.
Yeah.
And they want to be Mrs. Cam Newton. So wait until you have your Mrs. Cam Newton and see how she suffers dealing with all these 4 other women that you've gotten pregnant and tries to also be a mom to your kids.
And then it kills me because I feel like a man like that will want a woman with no kids, and that's who he's gonna be. The woman who hasn't that hasn't been touched yet and has no children, and it's like, and she's
and you got 8.
Yeah,
you have 8.
That's crazy.
And it's like, oh, I know I'm high frequency because this is what I want. No, it's very low frequency. I get it. You think that you're high frequency because you're telling every woman, like, this is what I want from you, and this is what
you can be honest and be low frequency. It's
exactly.
very
I think that's where he's getting confused too. Yeah, you can be completely honest. You can tell people this is exactly what you want, but at the end of the day, yes, you are having kids with multiple women who you do not plan to marry or be with at a capacity that's needed for your kids.
Yeah.
So that's just how I feel about that. But he'll see once his kids get to that age.
Yeah, it was
and they
a lot
start
of audacity in that interview.
That's what he'll see. He'll see that the money does not matter. And as a kid, like, to me, like, the money never mattered.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and yes, it doesn't replace what's missing, you know what I'm saying?
I just don't like how men need to be rubbed on their back when you tell them something that they don't want to hear.
Yeah. You have to stroke their ego while you teach them. It's like,
yeah. And I saw her doing that, and I was just like, I can't even watch this. Because it doesn't even make sense for me to watch it. You know? Like, yeah. So, like, that was absolutely ridiculous. You want to get a little dark?
A little bit. It's the season, right? Where we're getting there.
It's cold outside.
I love it. I'm living for it.
I don't like it.
I know you've never been too cold.
I like to be hot, like that little bit of sweat that gives you like a glisten. That's what I like. What's going on in Brooklyn, girl? Because I'm not there anymore. So what is going on in Brooklyn? And this person killing so far 3 people that we know of.
This is by Brooklyn Bridge Park, right? That they're saying, was this that?
Yes. So this is in Newfound Creek, New Creek. So basically last year, let me just read this to you, because let me just get this out. This was a few weeks ago, around the 26th of August. A 30-year-old man was discovered dead in New York City, Newtown Creek, just 1 year after 2 other young partygoers were also found dead in the same polluted waterway, which is near several nightlife venues. You know, Brooklyn Mirage, elsewhere, like, you know, that desolate area that we know very well.
Yeah, where we used to party.
Damani Alexander, 30, was found in the creek which straddles Brooklyn and Queens on July 30th. So, yeah, on July 30th. The circumstances of Alexander's death bear a striking resemblance to the 2 other young men, Carl Clemente and John Castig, hope I'm saying it right, who were found dead near Newtown Creek last summer after leaving the Brooklyn Mirage nightclub. Alexander's body was found around 12:15 a.m. on July 30th. Someone called 911 for a water rescue. The NYPD said he was pronounced dead at the scene. His mother, Desiree Nicholson, told Pix 11 that Alexander had gone to the knockdown center. Another, an event venue in the Maspeth neighborhood of Queens on July 28th. The venue was hosting a tiki disco from 2 to 10 p.m. that day. So it was like literally a day party. It's not clear what happened in the 2 days between when he attended the tiki disco and when his body was found in the creek. Investigators located his wallet, but not his phone. Nicholson noted there were also no signs of trauma, and investigators believe it's unlikely that he drowned. Police are investigating the incident. The Independent which I'm reading this from, has emailed the office of the medical examiner, which will determine the cause of death. Following the tragedy, this information hopefully puts to rest, this information puts to rest the online that there's a serial killer prowling the area. It does not put anything to rest.
How does that put that to rest?
Holden's office, who's the police commissioner, reached out to NYPD, which said they do not suspect foul play in this particular case, nor in the deaths of other individuals last year. That's the Carl Clemente. And
But how is there no foul play? You think people are just popping up in the water?
Police say more human remains have washed up near the Brooklyn Bridge. This is the third time in 2 weeks.
In recent weeks, that skeletal remains have been found in the area, raising concerns among locals and visitors alike. The bones were discovered near 10 Dock Street, close to where a human skull and other bones were found within the past 2 weeks. The chief medical examiner's office is currently examining the remains to determine if they belong to one individual or multiple people. That authorities are taking the necessary steps to address the issue.
You could see him running like someone was chasing him. Yeah, you could see him running like someone's chasing him, and like someone and like something with fishy was happening. And then also with Castic, he even sent his friends a message that he was in danger before he died.
He was in danger?
So like, he was in danger. So I feel like someone is stalking people.
Yeah.
And I think that's whoever this is in the community.
Yeah.
Like what I mean by community, I mean the party scene, possibly the LGBTQ community, maybe someone who is still in the closet.
Yeah.
Or someone super religious. It could be anything, but my thing is nobody just goes to these waters to die.
Yeah.
You have to see these waters. You have to smell these waters, all of these things. Nobody is going to go to unalive themselves.
And multiple people within a short span of time like that?
3 people within a year.
Yeah, no.
3 people within a year. And John Castic and Carl Clemente are lighter skin. And then we have Damani, who is darker skin, like a Black person. The similarities that I see, they all are party goers. They all go to like the same areas. It seems like Knockdown Center elsewhere. But if you guys have ever been to this area in New York, you will know that if it was this is a perfect place to serial kill.
Yeah.
Because it's super desolate. The nearest train is like 15 minutes walk. Everyone's
getting lit. It's not even like at those times, you know what I'm saying?
Everyone's getting lit at these times. And it's the party scene is it's open, it's inviting, especially in these areas and things like that. So I can see how someone could befriend someone not knowing that they had ulterior motives.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like this crowd and these people are very open and inviting. And the space is so easy because the cops don't really go there because it's not really much issue.
It's not really like private events, like kind of anyone could just pop in and not should go around for a couple months and then come back. Like it's kind of that type of scene too.
Right. It's very industrial in this area too. So it's a prime kind of area. And I remember like, especially in those docks, Coco was telling me like there were boat parties, like parties on boats and stuff like that would be docked in this area, and people would have parties and stuff like that there. So it's just like there's so many opportunities to hurt someone. But the John Castic, him messaging people that he was in danger is so terrifying to me.
Yeah.
I was like on Reddit and they were saying like there's a whole Reddit thread about this, like, do we have a serial killer? And people are just saying like don't leave these clubs by yourself and all of these other things. So
but I heard like because I remember hearing things, especially with Brooklyn Mirage, they were saying there was a point that they were like a couple men, I think it's a couple more, but probably not ending up in the water, but like going missing or like weird things like that.
Maybe I would have to do some research on that, but it's very like it's just for people to think that like this is like not possible, or that somebody couldn't be a killer at these types of events. Is you have to be very dense, because if you are from this area and you have partied, and like, you know how we party, we try to get our week back in the weekend, you know what I mean? So it's like, to be inebriated and just walking to the train, and then you're found by this creek, is just so scary, because it used to be like a space where people could go and kind of just be free
and safe.
And now, like, everybody's kind of looking over their shoulder because they don't feel that comfortable. And these used to be spaces that people could go and be their true selves, you know? It's so messed up.
And it's sad because those things, they don't get figured out unless it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
4 or 5 times.
Yeah, it takes long for them to take it serious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's all. I mean, this is still loading. Like, you guys, there's still so many updates that are to come, but we'll keep you updated.
I'm definitely going to go on like a TikTok dive of that.
Yeah, but I just wanted to let you guys know there is somebody killing.
Something's happening. And
you heard it from me. Someone's out there serial killing. And I know it because if you've listened to any serial kill podcast or even watched Snapped or anything like that.
I love Snap.
Me too. The ID channel.
Yeah, that was my Disney
if you
channel.
watch any of those, you would know prime places for serial killing. And I feel like this person, it's just like, I have this feeling in me that this person is someone that goes to these parties and like meet up with these guys. It's gonna be someone
that everyone like knew, like, oh, we never thought. That's crazy.
That's what I think. I think it's someone that is definitely in the community, and is taking advantage of it.
Yeah, because the wrong person in those spaces will observe like the wrong things and know how to do certain things and know how open it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So. What you could do, and then probably like, honestly, probably like getting with these guys, like trying to hang out later after the function, and then you think that you're trying to hang out with somebody, and then next thing you know, you get meet me here or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. We're gonna find out.
We'll solve it if nobody will.
This is kind of off all of these subjects, but I was reading something on the TikTok, and by reading I mean watching.
Okay.
I wanted your opinion on this because I've seen it on my TikTok. It's probably all over Black TikTok, but there are people now having extravagant weddings and charging their guests.
I've seen that.
To come to their wedding. What are your thoughts about that?
No.
Like, are you kidding me?
No.
But like,
I only understand it, and I feel like someone who's really like, okay, because there's people that throw like destination weddings and they'll cover like a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? But if you're throwing a destination wedding and you can't afford to cover everybody, I understand like making them pay their hotel, you know, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. That's the truth. But for like food is crazy.
Charging somebody $400 to come to your wedding per person.
No.
So
no,
$400 for me and $400 for my date.
And are you expecting a gift? Are you expecting a gift? Yeah, that's crazy.
And then their fight is, oh, you'll pay $400 to see Beyonce, but you can't pay $400 to come to my wedding. No. Are you Beyonce? Are you Beyonce? You want me to pay for your wedding? No.
Let's see.
That's the gall. And then try to gaslight somebody talking about, oh, y'all spend money to see Kirk Franklin. Y'all spend money to see Beyonce, but you can't spend money to go to your cousin's wedding. Absolutely not.
That's insane.
If you couldn't afford this, because this is what I think. Now, if you're charging people, let's say $400 per person, and you invited everybody that you know, because you know that's what they're doing. They're inviting everybody that they know so that they can get as much money back as possible.
Yeah, and they know a lot of people aren't going to do it, so it's like...
maybe stop living beyond your means.
Yeah.
This is for you
real.
and your husband to celebrate your love. And we are here as guests to celebrate you. We are not here to pay you.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't know.
This is your wedding.
And then you feel away when they don't. Like,
my thing is, what do we get out of it if we do pay that?
To see and a place.
To see you, like, you are.
And then they same shit. They gotta pay for their outfits. They gotta pay to look right. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You're already spending $400 to like make sure, and then there's a black tie dress code that you gotta really go out and get a fucking ball gown to go to.
See, if it was like a destination, that's what I'm saying. If it was like a destination wedding, I understand. Like, okay, I'm covered to stay and everything. Like, that's covered. Like, that's kind of like a vacation. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll do that. Yeah. But like, no, just to lost me.
Like, I just don't get it.
I'll
and
send
you're
you
not
a
gonna
gift.
guess, right? For destination weddings, yes, I completely understand. But also, it's just like wherever you're getting married, if you're going to a destination, I feel like in a destination wedding, you kind of expect people not to go because it's a destination.
Exactly.
But people that are having weddings here and they're like, oh, charging $400, $500, whatever for people to go. If you cannot afford it, don't do it. Because now y'all had this big wedding and only 12 people came.
I had a family member charge people for plates of food to their birthday party.
At their birthday?
But it wasn't.
But what's it like? Okay, so I can get that. Okay, that I can get is like if you have like if you're trying to do like a private room. No, I still don't like it.
It was catered, but it wasn't like a private room.
Oh,
like no. No.
Why you haven't?
I didn't go.
If you can afford,
I didn't attend.
It's like, you know, I've thrown parties at the apartment and stuff like that we went to. I never ask anybody for anything. If I can't handle it, then it's not happening.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm so okay with saying no if things seem out of my means. Yeah. It's not even funny. I'm just like, who am I trying to impress?
Nobody.
Because you know who's going to be sad when they're broke? Me. I'm going to be sad. And ain't nobody going to give a fuck.
And then when you guys get divorced in 2 years, do I get my money back?
Feeling that summer is coming to an end. Just like emotionally. Like, I feel like this is like
the retrograde has finished.
The retrograde dragged me through the mud, but
I was pretty much I was okay, definitely.
Good things happened. I just couldn't enjoy them. I don't know. I was just like in a funk. Like, I was just like, but I'm feeling better. Like, now I feel myself coming out of it, but I was definitely in a funk.
When it ended, I had like 2 days, but I just like felt like I had like an attitude. No real reason, just like feeling away. And then I realized that I also didn't take my medicine in 2 days. So
you're off balance.
I was completely off balance.
That'll do it.
It'll do it every time. I was like, where's my happy pill? But yo, I'm feeling really good. I just feel like the summer was way too short.
Really? I feel like it was so long.
I feel like we
had fun. I had a blast, but just like I just feel like
I like to keep going.
But it never has to end.
That's what I would like. I would like to keep going, but there's so many things that's like coming. Like our birthdays are coming. I'm about to go to LA for work. I'm just like, I'm gonna go to Montreal for my birthday. So like, it's so many things that are just.
Oh, I'm excited for you.
Coming. I have Brazil early 2025. So like, I feel like I'm starting to like feel and live prospectively like I want to.
Yeah.
At no matter what bracket that I'm in, because I feel like there was a lot of fear, like, oh, I need all of the money to be able to do things that I want to do, you know.
3 times everything I want to do, like you know.
Hey, and then it would just, or free time, yes. And so it would just like get me down or like discourage me from doing things until I just started being like, I am always okay. I am prayed over. I am loved. You know what I'm saying? And I need to start my life. You know what I mean? And by that, I mean, I need to start doing things that really make me happy and that really add value to my life.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
experience. I think you're really diving into like experiencing things and like everything you want to do, you just kind of go for
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So I'm like very hopeful going into the next couple of months into the new year.
I'm excited for the new year.
How about you? What's going on with you?
I'm good. I just feel like so many good things are happening that I'm almost like it doesn't feel real in a way.
You better go with the flow. You better go with it.
Like,
don't sabotage.
I'm like gonna be a year from like everything that happened with me, and I'm just like, you know what? I feel good.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. You're literally like coming up on one full. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So in October, the beginning, I said I'm gonna make the whole October fun. So for the beginning of October, I'm gonna be going to Puerto Rico for a trip. I just booked everything. Everything's been set up.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. And then my birthday's coming. Your birthday's coming. So I'm just excited. Mm-hmm. I'm getting to a point where I'm like, all right, you can accept that good things happen. Yes. Like it's not always a catch. It's like, no, you working for this. Like you deserve this. Like,
I fuck with that. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for your for your trip to PR.
Yes.
I feel like it's gonna be so healing. You know.
I'm also working on music again.
So you guys, I'm gonna put this out here. Mariah is supposed to come up with our jingle.
Oh yeah.
From Sodabar's jingle.
We will have a theme song, I promise. But yeah, so I'm thinking like my birthday, I'm probably gonna have some stuff out by my birthday. So yeah, I'm really excited about that.
I'm so excited for you. Are you gonna do like a music showcase or anything like that, or you just want to just have stuff coming out?
I think I'm gonna probably drop like one or two just little things that I'm working on, and then I'm probably gonna put together I'm thinking like 5 or 6 songs, which is the most I've ever done on something. The most I did was like a little EP with 3. And yeah, I'm just trying to see if I just put it out or if I like make it a thing, because part of me feels like I kind of want to make it like a bigger deal.
I think you should.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of right now I'm just diving back into it and like getting comfortable again and like just saying, you know what, just go for it. But
go for it. That is the energy.
Yeah.
That is the energy going into next year. Just fucking go for it.
Because like I think the same thing you said, where I think I was in such a nervous space for so long with everything that now I'm just like, I'm gonna do it all.
I gotta pull you up a card right now. That just like really made me excited, because I just love when people like walk towards their personal legend, walk towards like who they're supposed to be, and like you just have this talent. You know what I'm saying? So like I just feel like.
And I feel like I'm secure everywhere else right now. So I'm just like, you know what? Now I could dive into what I want. I have everything I need. Yep. Now let me go for the stuff I want. Like, that's where I'm at. I think you froze up. Hold on.
Can you see me now? Yeah, big girl energy. Sorry, my phone is on like 20% now. So, all right, hold on.
That will look good for me.
You want to flick the deck?
Yeah.
All right, tell me when to stop.
Right there.
Yeah. I'll show you guys that I'm not.
No CGI. This is real.
No CGI.
What I got? I can't see.
Ace of Cups. New opportunities. Should I pull one more or just leave it right there?
I think I'm happy with that right now.
Yeah,
we're gonna tap back in a couple more episodes
to see where you are. Yeah. But this is the Ace of Cups, you guys. This is emotionally fulfilled, new opportunities in love. And what I mean by love is what you love. It doesn't necessarily have to be who you love.
Yeah.
But yes, everything looks good.
That's what I needed to hear.
Balance.
Yeah.
pouring that love, pouring that into yourself. You see how like it's poured down past her hands. You know what I'm saying? She's pouring it through herself too. Overflowing. You know, that's you, baby girl.
Look at that.
I feel like this is perfect.
Yeah.
You know, for where you are right now. You know, and what's to come. And I feel like this is just the energy from Soul to Mars right now, because it's just what's to come.
It's gonna get bigger and better.
I'm so proud of you, and I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of you, and I'm thankful for this whole platform, everything we've been doing.
Yeah,
and that we're both in that mode of like, all right, we gotta work.
We're like, all right, what's next? But yeah, I had so much fun, you guys.
Yes, we love opening the group chat. We're trying to keep it flowing.
Next episode, you pull a card for me.
Got you.
But yeah, we'll see you folks in the next one. Let us know how you like this setup, because sometimes we will be doing it this way. Sometimes we will be remote.
We might have to go a little COVID edition sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it's getting cold out too, so you know. But we will see you guys in the next one from Soul to Mars. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and hey, click. It's either here or maybe here. Click that next video and share that too. We'll see you in the next one.
Love ya.